Alright guys, so for the foreseeable future, this is going to be the final episode of the Chessbait Drivecast. Unfortunately, this is my last day at work, so that means that I won't really be driving to work anymore, and I won't really have a reason to record Chessbait Drivecast, for quite a while. So, what's the final day going to be about? It's actually going to be about something that most people probably watched, but didn't care too much about. Cobra Kai. I just realized I forgot to wear an extra layer. Who cares? Everybody knows about the Karate Kid. Everybody knows the story about Daniel LaRusso, aka Ralph Macchio, coming against the odds and, visiting Japan or something. I only watched the first movie, which is funny because the first time I ever watched anything Karate Kid related was actually the remake with very well-known actor Jackie Chan and somewhat well-known actor Jayden Smith. Man, between this and the Toblerone show, I forgot the name of it again. I've been talking about Jayden Smith all too often, but my gosh, the remake was alright. I mean, the whole subplot with Jayden Smith and random girl about the violin competition or something like that was way too contrived. The main bully, the main bully makes even less sense than the 1970s version, which, I don't know, like, I get the whole respect for the better teacher thing, but, like, sure, better cinematography and all that, but it's a crappy remake. That's really all it is, which is funny because I'm pretty sure Cobra Kai is essentially a reboot of the entire show as well. It recognizes what used to exist, and I guess it's more of a sequel TV show. So, in that sense, I guess it respects the original content a little more because it doesn't try to remake it. Instead it tries to add on to whatever it has. I really like how it recontextualizes. If you guys know the music channel that I talked about, Sideways, I think I talked about him in my entertainment channel. I'm trying to talk as fast as I can so I can get through as many topics as possible. Sorry if I'm talking a little too fast. Just slow it down to 0.75 or to 0.5. I'm just trying to get it as fast as I can because it's the last episode. So in the Sideways, there's the Sideways Star Wars Rise of Skywalker video. He talks about how certain songs, because they're used under different contexts, they're recontextualized. Re as in again, context as in, well, context, and utilized mean visualized. The way we see things under different contexts. And I really appreciate what Cobra Kai does with its content, not musically, but just story-wise, because it recontextualizes why Sensei Kreese is the way he is. Oh wait, is that his name? No, Jonathan Kreese. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of all the characters. Wait, Kreese? No, Jonathan Kreese? No, Kreese is the name of the kid. Oh my gosh. Lawrence is the name of the guy. I'm sorry, I'm thinking too fast, I'm speaking too fast, I'm just blurting words as fast as I can. So, we get to tread a little bit about Sensei Lawrence's history. I just realized I'm talking about mainly Season 3 stuff. Not only Sensei Lawrence, but Sensei Kreese. I don't know why I keep saying Sensei. I don't really know their first name. Johnny. So, Johnny was kind of seen as not really a one-dimensional antagonist, but, he was still mean. He was pretty mean-spirited for not many reasons. And I really appreciate that Cobra Kai has him as the protagonist. Sure, you can say that, oh gosh, I forgot his name. It's Miguel. Miguel, the main dude. You could technically say he's the protagonist, but not really. Sure, he's the one that has this giant transformation, goes from scrawny-looking nerdy dude to extreme badass. Which, damn, I've never seen it's not much of a glow up, because even in scrawny form, that dude is still an absolute Chad, and I love it. But more importantly, More importantly, I really appreciate that they added extra context to Johnny. He had a broken family. His dad left him, which surprisingly, okay, spoiler from here on out. absolute spoiler from here on out. If you just leave the video if you don't want to be spoiled about Cobra Kai, because from here on out, I'm actually going to spoil the show. I really appreciate that, Johnny. We didn't really learn too much about. Come on, Cars. We didn't learn too much about him, but now we get to know that he had a broken family. His dad left him, which kind of spilled onto him as well. He thought that he could be better than his dad, but it turns out that he's turned out kind of similar to his dad in a sense, because he kind of left his own son as well, because he couldn't bear the burden. He was too much of a chicken to actually face his own fears, which built up on him in terms of alcoholism, divorcing his wife, like very soon after. And it just, all the problems just kept building on top of each other. He has a really, really bad relationship with his stepdad, which is kind of the reason he went into karate in the first place. Wow, my throat got dry. The reason he went into karate is because he was living afraid for so long. He didn't want to live in fears, so he wanted to spread that fear to someone else instead. It's that whole idea of maybe the bully is making fun of, or poking fun, or beating up this certain aspect because he or she themselves have that fear or concept growing inside of them as well. It's that trope, but built upon, expanded upon on a much greater scale, which, wow, I did not know. First of all, it was YouTube Premium, YouTube Red, whatever you want to call it. It was them who started the whole the whole show. But I really like that. First of all, I really like that YouTube decided to make all the episodes free. I don't know if they're still free, but for a while you could have just binged through the whole show again. It's just absolutely brilliant. It has so many callbacks to previous material. The whole show in season 1 starts with a shot of Karate Kid that nobody has ever seen. Sure, we've seen the scene before, but it's from a different angle. It shows Johnny being defeated instead of Daniel being heroic. It kind of turns the table to see there's always two sides to the story, and we got to figure out what happened to Johnny ever since. He's probably gone through some terrible stuff ever since, and sure enough, he has. I just love that they go into this kind of stuff, and they try to, again, spoilers, they try to build up Sensei Lawrence. Wait, Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence is the teacher, right? Crease. Wait, am I remembering this? No. Oh, it's Johnny Lawrence. I've been an idiot for 10 straight minutes. Wow. So yeah, Johnny Lawrence. That doesn't sound right though. Crease. No, Crease is the teacher. Yeah, I was right. I was right the whole time. Why did I doubt myself? So Lawrence, just absolute. I'm just gonna call him Johnny and Crease because I don't think we ever learn Crease's first name, and if we do, they don't really say it often enough to where we actually remember it. So yeah, we think that Crease might actually end up being a good guy. He went to Nam, he had all this bad experiences, and in season 3 they actually go into, hey, he had the exact same experience as Lawrence did, which I really want to make a video essay about, the whole cyclical nature of Karate Kid, because the whole shebang about karate is you gotta keep it peaceful, or else if this balance is thrown off, it's gonna cause an extremely terrible cycle. It's like, I don't know, it's like a top, or like a Beyblade for those of you who are a little bit on the younger side. You start to spin something and it's spinning on its axis, like a gyroscope. But once one side of the gyroscope or the Beyblade or whatever you want to call it starts tipping, you see the Beyblade spinning, but it's not exactly balanced. It starts to tip on one side, and it's turning, and that side gets heavier and heavier and heavier until eventually that side wins. And the whole point of karate, of Miyagi-Do, is to keep that balance so that way there is no evil force pulling down on you that wins in the end. And I just absolutely love that. And the whole reason Cobra Kai goes against that philosophy is because they are that gravitational pull that pulls you down. Like it's not Johnny's fault that that Cobra Kai went bad. Cobra Kai was inherently bad in the first place, and that's the reason why all this stuff ends up happening. It's Cobra Kai is the Venom. It's not Venom Spider-Man, just Venom as in snake venom, and it's the thing that corrupts the whole class. It's kind of genius, really. And you know, since Kreese was part of the cycle, Johnny ended up being the next part of the cycle, and Johnny was really afraid that he might let Miguel be the next part of the cycle, and he's trying his best to prevent that. And like, that's just genius. Seriously, find a story as well built as that. You won't. You seriously won't. I just absolutely found that astounding. I don't know. It's, man, like, I never really had that much of a connection to the Karate Kid movie. Everyone said that that Daniel was actually the bad guy, which I may or may not agree with. But the whole idea behind making Johnny the good guy in this new TV show, it's just, oh man, genius. Sure, the dude's an idiot. He's an absolute meathead, but that's because he was just growing up that way. He hung around with bad people. It's always nature versus nurture, which surprisingly is, I think, episode 2 of season 3, the title of it. Which I don't know why that's the title of it, but whatever. Anyways, this is the final episode of the Drivecast. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. I'll be back for season 2 sometime. Take care. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you guys next time.